So first of all, GM everyone. So I will be talking today about Web3 marketing specifics. It's a very broad topic, but I will be trying to be a bit specific and give you as much value as possible from today's keynote speech. So I'll quickly tell you about myself. I'm the, as I mentioned, co-founder and CEO of the Metaviu, which is one of the first and largest advertising marketplace for the metaverses and blockchain games. And during this field of working in the Web3, I have found so many projects and so many interesting new marketing opportunities and specifics that I wanted to share today with you. Some from my experience, some what I have been learning from the projects I have invested. So let's move forward. And I just want to say that when I first started in the Web3, it's totally like upside down marketing what we know in the Web2. Even though I've been in an advertising business for more than 10 years, it's totally new space. Like what works in the Web2 doesn't work in the Web3. So Web3 created totally new culture, which we all should know before starting the projects. So as you know, everybody is early in this space. We are very little people, and we have all the pioneers in this space. And that's why we always talk about GM everywhere, right? So everybody is early, always it's morning. Also, it's ever more fast-changing environments that we know in the real world. Basically, things are changing there on daily basis. You should be always online. You should always follow the trends, what's happening, and you should be always innovating. If you take a couple days off, might be some new things happening and you will be missing out. Also, in the Web3, when creating company, you are creating mini culture around you, not like just company usual, right? And your customers are your community who are always ever demanding, almost requesting your attention every second, every minute, day or night. And what's also very interesting is that when doing marketing or project in the Web3, you have no borders, right? When you start usual startup or company, you're starting from some geographical area and then you expand. In the Web3 space, when you start the project, right away you have access to all the markets around the world. So you should be knowing which cultures are around the world. You might be having your community members from Asia, from US, from Australia, from different time zones, and you should be ready to have marketing materials and also wordings ready for them. Also, what is interesting about the Web3 project marketing, it brought totally new feature of doxed and undoxed founders. So whoever doesn't know, so doxing means that we know who is the founder of the project, undoxed is that we don't know founders of the projects. So it's totally new field in the Web3 because in usual businesses, we all know who are the founders, who are the CEOs, who are the project leaders, and we can directly reach them. But in the Web3 space, you can create your own personal identity and move around in this space with it. And it doesn't mean that if you are not doxed, you cannot be successful. So it's very important to know. And also, what needs to be discussed here is that even with the Metaviu, we learned all these things hard way with our experience and reaching. And together, now, we also are one of them who are creating different marketing channels for the beginners who want to enter this space, especially metaverses. Okay, let's move forward. And today I wanted to discuss some types of projects which are trending today, and each of them have different kind of marketing specifics. So if one of your projects goes into this category, you will know how to proceed. So most of the trending projects today on this space are fine art, PFPs, Web3 companies, not projects, and historical projects, and also founders embedded into the company culture. So I will be trying to go through each of them and give you some examples and some notable projects in each category. So fine art is one of my favorite because it enables artists to become more liquid, to access more broad auditory, and to test out new innovative things, how to reach their target auditory, how to have more sales, and how to be more successful. So basically, if you are having fine art, art speaks itself and doesn't need too much, lots of marketing involvement. And also in this field, I wanted to showcase two of my favorite projects. One of them is Xcopy Art, which is amazing digital art, and another one is QQL, which is totally new way in the fine art, which says like generative art through AI. Some of you might heard about it. It's amazing seeing what AI can do and what kind of art it can give to us. So next one is like PFP projects, and my favorite is narrative PFP projects. So basically, as you might know, it was the first hype in the NFT space when we had the PFP project, which is like kind of profile pictures, as we might know. And these kind of projects require most of the marketing and also hype and some narrative around it. More you talk in the community and around different channels like Twitter Spaces, more your project will be successful in this space. And also we see the trend that projects are copying the art style from different projects and still becoming successful. And also what is interesting about the PFP narrative projects is that you can have the IP rights for your holders, so they can do their own merchandise, or they can open their own cafe with their holding branding. And also narrative PFPs gives holders to create their own digital identities and have their closed community. So this is one of my favorite projects, Renga and Azuki. You can check them out. And let's move to next one, which is historical projects. As in every case, historical projects has always meaning. So in the NFT space, I would like to say that historical projects are as new Mona Lisas in this space, right? So if the project is the first in this space of a kind, or is the biggest in this space of a kind, or brought some innovation in this space, gonna be always be staying, and we're gonna call them like kind of blue chip NFTs, which will always increase in value, and it's always good to store it as like in real life if you store gold or some fine art or Mona Lisas and etc. And some notable projects I'm sure you all know are CryptoPunks, and also one of my favorites are Chromie Spangles, which is one of the first ones who used generative AI art into their project. So yeah. Let's move to the next one, which is like Web3 companies, not projects. This is like totally new trend, which I'm also pushing with the Metaviu, is that we use that some people say NFTs are like big hoax and why we should use it and etc. Because we've seen so many projects just appear and end it. So projects have foreseen end, right? Companies are there to stay even during the bear market, bad times, and that's why I love this category, Web3 companies and not projects. And in this space, you have the team, you have the reputable investors, reputable founders who are doing the real business into this space. One of them is Metaviu, which is developing advertising marketplace and shaping the space together with amazing partners. And also, we can say about the bike ecosystem, which is amazing. They will be staying forever with all their projects and future plans. And with Web3 companies, what I like the most is that they really create the use cases how we're gonna be using NFTs, crypto, or metaverses in our everyday lives. So basically, but they also require lots of investment from the traditional investors, so that you always will have cash and don't be dependent on the minting proceedings, right? And they need to have long-term vision and follow as you go. And then let's go to the next one, which is the last one on the types, founders embedded into the project. So on the marketing side, some types of projects are very much tied to the founders. So founders are the ones who are driving this project. It might not have the amazing roadmap or any innovative type of things, but founders with their own motivation, actively joining different Twitter spaces, actively participating in different events, can have amazing influence on the project success. And if founder has some success in one of the projects, when they are starting next, they will have more and more success. So one of my favorites is like Frank DeGatz from the Solana ecosystem, which is like amazingly involved into the community, always like active, always you can see his Twitter spaces almost every day. And whatever he launches, we just trust him and we know his ideas. And they always like try to be influential and spread their ideas among us. So this is one of the like also very interesting type of project. And also like to go on the kind of final notes, we should always move forward. So marketing in the Web3, it's not like you should like learn or study somewhere. It's changing so fast that we should always like try to innovate new ways how we can market our product. And also, like, if you are in this space, and if you don't shape this space together with amazing people who are already inside, you won't be getting, like, too much attention. So that's why I said in the beginning, like, we are very early in this space, right? So whoever joins this space at this moment, we are building it together. And I will always wanted to say that the main thing in this space when you're doing the marketing is having amazing partnerships around the companies around the fields who might be interesting for you. And in this way, you will be one of them and one of us who are building this space together. And also, like, before I will be finishing, I wanted to share some alpha with you, which Metaviu is doing. I'm very proud to say that we are bringing brand ambassadors first time in history in the metaverses. This is totally new field. We will have amazing content creators and content makers with amazing avatars who will be going in different metaverses and promoting different brands. That's where our motivation is to bring traditional and international brands into metaverses. It's one of the like new additions I'm very proud of. And lastly, before I finish, I also want to say that Metaverse and Web3 space is also very fun. Even though it requires too much involvement, 24/7 online, we also should have fun in there. So that's why I'm inviting all of you in a 1 week period, 31st of October, Monday, on our Halloween party in Decentraland. Whoever have not tried what the Metaverse is, how we have fun there, you can scan the QR code, and you will be redirected to the event page, and we'll be waiting all of you with like costumes and avatars. We can network there and have fun. Thanks a lot. You can add me on LinkedIn if you have some recommendations, and I'm very happy to be with you today, and I hope I gave you some information about the marketing specifics in Web3. Thanks a lot.